What is up, guys? Welcome to Jace Racing. My name is Jason, and as the title suggests, I need a dyno. After having assembled the new prototype, I really need to be able to quantify the amount of horsepower that it can produce over the last prototype. Otherwise, I wouldn't even know what the upgrades have done, other than being able to feel it on the track. But so far, I haven't been able to go to the track because it's just too cold. So it's not really ideal track condition for me to really put it to the test. So I need a dyno to really work out what is, the horsepower it's producing, and also, what is the horsepower at different RPM range. So for me to really get a dyno is really unrealistic because, first of all, I don't have a lot of money. I'm actually quite poor. So to be able to get a dyno is really out of my budget. But because it's such an important part of engine development, a dyno, I still need to try and get one. So secondhand ones, there aren't any because over here they don't even sell any of the existing small engine dynos that a lot of the YouTubers or engine makers use. So unfortunately, that's out of the question as well. So the only option would be to import, but that would make it even more expensive. So that's also out of the question. So I thought that this would be a lost cause, chasing a dream or something. But as I was watching a bunch of videos and stuff like, dark, scary, and mysterious stuff, and paranormal videos. But anyway, so as I was watching videos online, I came across this video. And then I came across this video. And then this video. Then I realized, wow, there's a community out there that is actually making their own homemade dyno. So I did a whole bunch of research just to see how plausible it is. And it really does seem like every solution that I've came across is quite doable as far as technicality and also budget-wise. So after having done a lot of research and looked through a lot of the dynos, this is pretty much how I can sum up. There's like three types. One is like this hydraulic type where the engine is attached to this pump where you apply pressure to the pump and then you measure the flow of the fluid that is being pumped and also the pressure that is being applied to the pump or the fluid or something, and then you're able to then apply that number to a formula and work out the torque of the engine that is being applied, and then you can use that to work out the horsepower. That's basically the gist of what I got for this type of system. But I don't like this kind of system because, first of all, I think it's prone to leakage. And then the second is I'm kind of scared working with that kind of high pressure because the dude that I saw, he actually pushed it all the way up to like 1500 PSI or something. That's very scary. So I don't want to use that system. The second type of system is like it uses a force detection plate. And the engine's also attached to this some sort of apparatus, and then the apparatus is attached to an arm, and then the arm would push onto the plate. So as you run the engine, you are measuring the RPM of the engine, or I think the roller or something, and then you also have a measurement of the arm pushing onto the plate, which then you can work out the torque because you know the length of the arm. So you have the force, the arm, and then you work out a torque, and then again you can work out the horsepower of the engine. But again, that is also something that I'm not going to try because I don't know what the apparatus is. I don't even know where to begin to buy that stuff. So unfortunately, that's out of the question as well. So the third type is the most popular type of dyno, which is the inertia type of dyno, and it's basically a flywheel, a gear, and then a brake disc, and then the roller itself. So that's the most simple stuff that I can build, and I know exactly where to source all of those parts, so I'm gonna go with that. But I still need to be able to measure all of that stuff. So I then did a bunch of other research just to see if I can go beyond just having one single reading, because all the other systems that I mentioned, they have one single reading. So you're like, you have the RPM stuck at a certain number, and then you check the PSI, or you check the amount of pressure that is being produced or recorded on the plate. So I want to be able to graph all that. So I looked at the systems and the electronics, and that stuff is not cheap either. So there's like this site called D-Tech or something. They produce the software and the electronics, and they have like this whole tutorial teaching you how to build your own inertia dyno and then help you calculate a lot of stuff. So this site is really good as well. I'll have that included in the link if you guys are interested in making your inertia dyno. But I kept researching and I came across this dude called Two Stroke Stuffing. Yeah, he does a lot of engine stuff, two stroke stuff, and he actually made his own dyno, and he also has his own homemade dyno electronics, and he also uses this software that is completely free called Simple Dyno. So I looked through his material and then I thought, wow, this is actually quite good, because the electronics that he made is Arduino. It's based on Arduino, and he made an extra board that is connected to the Arduino that is in charge of collecting data. And then I think all that data is fed into the Arduino board, which is then connected to your computer. So he made that, and the board that he used to sell, he no longer sells it, but the board that he used to sell is only $10 anyway. So I went to his Patreon page and I bought the schematics. So I'm going to make the PCB board and try to make that part myself, and then do the Arduino myself and connect it to the Simple Dyno, and hopefully all that would work. Now, one unfortunate thing about Simple Dyno is obviously it was a homemade software by someone who was very enthusiastic about it, but then after having developed the software for such a long time, maybe he got tired or something, or he got some other stuff to do in his life, so he no longer supports the software. So the software is no longer under development. The latest version is 6.5.3, and its last update was from 2019. So it's a very simple software. I think it'll be able to sort of fulfill a lot of the needs of the general public, most people. But if you really want to get crazy technical, like, for myself, I want to be able to record air-fuel ratio, temperature, pressure, or something like that. I want to measure all that stuff, So for that kind of application, I think I'm gonna have to look into sort of like getting a software developer to help me out and making the software a bit better to sort of fit my needs. And hopefully I'll be able to continue the legacy of this software and then maybe make something better out of it. But anyway, so that's somewhere a bit further down the road. I need to be able to make the dyno in its most simple form first. So I've got all the electronic parts already. It's ordered, it's on the way, and I got the software, I installed it, it works, well, at least it runs, and now I need to source all the hardware parts. So anyway, so this video series is all about making this dyno. So you guys, if you are interested in making an inertia dyno, you can follow along. Probably I'll run into a lot of mistakes or shortcuts or whatever. We can figure it out. But yeah, we can make a dyno together. Anyway, so that's it for this intro. Okay, and in the next video, I'll probably start doing the electronics first. And then after that, I'll do the heavy stuff, the hardware at the end. Because I'm still thinking of where to source all the parts, cheap, like budget, but also reliable. So yeah, I need to figure that out first. But anyway, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.